Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Joy at Work. It's Friday, December 8th, 2023, last month of the year. I really hope you're doing well. How about those Gunners? My goodness, top of the table, big win during the midweek. Really looking forward to a win this weekend at Aston Villa. Big game, big game. But let's continue talking about virtues. We've talked about a number of virtues: courage, temperance, friendliness, and a host of others. The question to you is, what work have you done in strengthening those virtues in your personal life and in the workplace? Have you become more friendly? Have you had some friends or created new friends, if you will? What about temperance? Have you worked on pulling back when you need to pull back? And courage, speaking up when you do need to speak up and challenging things that may not be right. Only way to become more virtuous is by acting virtuously. There's no shortcuts. That's the way it goes. And that's how we develop moral excellence. That's how we live the good life. Today, we're going to begin our conversation on patience. And patience is an interesting virtue. If you're like me, you might struggle with this in certain areas. And patience is that virtue that sits between two means. And one side of the pole, if you will, is becoming angry or responding without thought quickly. And then the other side of the pole is just having no response at all. And this is in response to the world not matching our imagination of the world, not matching our reality, like what we expect not being what is, and how we respond to those situations. So, feelings of anger and how we manage our anger. And we'll be talking a lot, or maybe at least in the next video, about how we can control our anger in the workplace, because I think that that's the bigger problem. What I see, especially with people in positions of power, is that they don't manage their emotions appropriately, and the slightest thing that occurs, they just flare up and lash out, and just no exhibition of patience at all. And this has tremendous side effects and creates a culture of fear. But I want to talk about the other side of this coin today, which is getting angry, if you will, for the right things and in the right situations. And when should that be? What situations justify a response? And that would fall in the context of patience as a virtue. For me, it's when we observe or see people being harmed in the workplace, people, things being done that really get in the way of human flourishing and thriving. This could be throwing things at people that they have no ability to solve, or just changing, going through change cycles without recognizing that we need space and time to go through change. There are a number of things we can do at the workplace that get in the way of thriving and flourishing. And so when we see these things in our workplace, the appropriate response is to say something about it. And so this is kind of patience, is knowing what to say, how much to say, and when to say it. It's managing our response to the kind of gap between reality as we imagine it and what we are experiencing. So patience isn't not saying anything at all. It's knowing when to speak up. And I've just provided an example or a set of thinking tools you can use when it comes to how should I respond in this situation. If you're part of a situation where it's clear that people are being harmed or their flourishing and thriving is being interfered with, don't look the other way. This is when we need to not be patient, so to speak, to see what will happen, but we need to speak up. And this is probably when we need the other virtue of courage as well, to speak truth to power. So you see the combination of virtues now: patience and courage in this case that I bring up. In future videos, I'll be talking about how we manage our temper and become more patient when reality doesn't match what we desire. I think a lot of senior leaders, executives, and people in general, honestly, people in any role, any level in the organization will probably benefit from this. So, looking forward to reflecting a little bit more on patience. Hope this was helpful for you. Hopefully, it helps you also experience joy at work. I'll see you next time. Bye.